in 1979. I just said, how can this be? Pension funds in 1970 put 100 and some % of their new money in stock because they were wild about stocks. Then they got a lot cheaper, and they put a record low in, 9% of their net new money in 1978 when stocks were way cheaper. People behave very peculiarly in terms of the reactions because they're human beings, and they get excited when others get excited, they get greedy when others get greedy, they get fearful when others get fearful, and they'll continue to do so. And you will see things you won't believe in your lifetime and securities markets. And the country will do very well over time, but you will see these huge waves. And if you can stay objective throughout that, if you can detach yourself temperamentally from the crowd, you get very rich.
Look, it's not easy to get past the crowd because the crowd is led by society. And what I mean is that human behavior has been studied for years. And nowadays in 2025, the leaders of society have the human majority on a chokehold. They have them by a chokehold because they're able to control and program their purchases and lead them down to a darker path. It's like when we constantly see these advertisements and we hear this music and we see these movies, it is programming our decision making. Warren Buffett speaks on detaching yourself from the matrix. Get away. You need to get away from the music, get away from the movies, get in nature and think for yourself. And seek God. Let's talk about God in the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden plays out every single day of life because in the story, Adam and Eve had it perfect, but then the snake tempted Eden to seek out the forbidden fruit, and then later on Eden conversed with Adam to do the same, and then they made a mistake. God told them not to seek the forbidden fruit. They had it perfect. Nothing was wrong. But for some reason they were curious about something on the outside. That is the same thing in society. We have great things going for ourselves, but then society does a good job of luring people out of their peace and leading themselves to a new purchase, a new ideology, a new way of seeking this life. God has already given you what you need. But these insecurities and our ego and stuff like this, man, it's like the club. The club takes advantage by allowing women to come either for free or at a discounted price, which ends up bringing the money in because guess who's going to show up? The men. And the men are going to spend money on drinks and sections and bottles. It's all a game of taking advantage of people's insecurities and their desires to play amongst each other. You know, it's about taking time out for ourselves, getting away from society and seeing the truth.